How you doing? How you doing? And how you doing, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Petty, and I appreciate you stopping by today. And a couple of things real quick. So, number one, this video is not an attack on MiHoYo or an anti-MiHoYo or, trying to rally people against them. But I don't see a lot of other people making this video because a lot of them are really hurt and confused right now, and probably wouldn't add the fear of never getting back into the content creator program again on top of that. So you probably haven't heard about this before now. Unless you pay really close attention to the Discord, you might have noticed some changes. But last night, in the dead of night, they basically removed like 80% of the content creators. There was no warning, no contact, not even anything so much as like an automated message from Paimon, like just nothing. And it was at like 1 a.m. my time when that happened. So a lot of people probably found out this morning and might be a little confused. So, to give everybody a background, all the people that are current or were current, okay, I need to stop using the word current. That's just gonna make me cry. All the people that were in the content creator program were ones that had gotten in the content creator program 2.0, that basically was put up right before the final beta test. About a month before they started accepting people, and I found out myself like June 5th. That I've been accepted to the program. So I've been in their content creator program for almost 6 months. Like it's 2 or 3 weeks shy of 6 months, but like we was in there. You know what I mean? And that's where basically everyone else also came from. There were some people in there that were from previous closed betas and everything like that, but there was only a handful of them that wasn't super prevalent. And trying to figure out how much of a history lesson we're going to give you guys today. So real quick, just so everybody knows what program I'm talking about, we're going to look at it real fast. Now, I went and tried to check the link that a friend had sent me that I used to apply to the program originally, but this post has been deleted off the MiHoYo forums. Little weird, but like it's not useful anymore. I can understand why they would, take it off. I don't know when it was removed, but your boy spent a few years in IT. I know about some websites, and there's this wonderful internet archive called the Wayback Machine, and you can look up basically URLs and see if there's previous versions of them and everything. Super useful if the information you need goes missing. So we were able to do that, and I've actually also saved a copy of this as well for my stuff, just so I have it in case it goes missing again, because I have trust issues. So this is what they originally put out in late May. Okay, cool. So I was actually like almost a week late to the party. But we're not going to go through and read this whole thing, but basically it just kind of outlines that, hey, the final closed beta is coming up. We're starting a content creator program. If you get accepted into the content creator program, you are getting into the beta, and we'll be able to test it out and play it. So that in itself was a huge incentive for people. And they list out what the content creator perks are going to be. Final closed beta access to the chosen ones. We were the chosen ones. I'm just playing. Number 2. In-game benefits as well as official merchandise. We'll come back to that. And number 3, content creator role on the official forum and Discord. So 2 of those 3 things happened. I'll let you guys, guess on which of those 2 it was. So it's pretty universal across the board that nobody ever got official merchandise. When we would ask about it in the Discord channels for content creators, we were basically told like, oh, contact customer service and everything and see if they can help you with that. And most of us probably were just like, all right, this probably isn't happening. We're just not going to count on it. We'll see what happens. And then in-game benefits never happened. Except people started getting some of those yesterday, but that's for the new program. We'll talk about that here in a minute. So these were, the things we were supposed to be getting for this, and we just never got number 2. And there was a few times where, people weren't really salty about it, but like it would come up as a question every once in a while, and eventually just kind of became a meme. But it wasn't something that anybody was really sweating or, worrying about too much. At least no one that I ever talked to or saw talking in chat about it. So you might be asking yourself, well, Patty, why does this all matter? What's the history lesson for, bro? So I'm trying to, give you guys all the information that I can, so you have a fuller understanding of the situation. But B, so like basically all the people that we're talking about in this video are from this program. You know what I mean? They've all been in this program for almost 6 months. All right. And in the dead of night, with no warning, not saying anything, no notices, no nothing, they just deleted a bunch of us. They deleted the role for us in the thing and just kicked us out. Which is a little insane. So for, those of you that don't follow the content creator program super closely, there was another one announced for November in October, and there was a very short window that you had to apply to be considered for it. And November came and went, and there was no announcements about this stuff. Now, the difference with this new program was that they were, basically trying to like guarantee. Actually, hold up. We can check something right now. Basically, they guarantee that, like, hey, you are going to be compensated with in-game stuff for your work. Plus, you are going to be getting some extra stuff for previous work done. So with this new application, it was basically like, hey, everybody in the program is going to be getting stuff. And if you've been in the program and haven't gotten stuff and have been doing a lot of work, you're going to be getting stuff for that too. So we've all been kind of waiting to see what was going to happen with that. Again, same thing with the not getting official merchandise. Nobody was super salty about the situation. It would just occasionally be a question until the point it became a meme. And yesterday, people started reporting in that chat, even though they had received an in-game message that basically said, don't talk about this. They had started getting Primo Gems, but there was no explanation with the email. They were very confused. They reached out on the Discord, and some other of us were like, you got stuff in the mail? I didn't get stuff in the mail. Huh. And we, tried to figure out, like, okay, is it just, is it like certain regions have gotten it? They looked like they were CN players that had gotten it. A few of them were streamers. We're like, okay, maybe they've, done streamers. They're doing all of this in waves because there was a lot of people in the program. And that's not what happened. Later that night, last night, we were all, for the most part, dropped from the program. Like, if we scroll down and look at the list of creators, this used to be a much, you're not going to load now, much longer list. And now, granted, there was a ton of people that had that role that did not, continuously make content. A lot of people were not making videos on Genshin Impact every day. But a lot of the people that, got dropped did. And it's a little crazy. One of the things that messes me up personally is when it comes to MiHoYo in this game for the last 6 months, I've been playing with my simp card fully activated. Like, we were in it. Like, they were the best. And I still think that they're a good company. I'm really confused because they handled this situation in the worst possible way. But there's some other things about it that just also super sting. So another thing that's been a conversation in the content creator Discord is that the fact that we can't talk about leaks hurts our channel. Basically, other content creators not in the program have no limitations on the content that they make or what they can say. So they're able to make more content. Everyone wants to know about new characters. Everybody wants to know what's coming next. That is a huge area for us to not be allowed to get any clicks on whatsoever. And when it was discussed in the chat, there was a variety of stances on it. And I don't want to quote anybody or throw any names out. But one of the things that I said when I contributed to that conversation, because I agreed with some of the points that people were making about that and everything, was that, to help combat, the issue that Genshin doesn't want, leak videos out there. They don't want us talking about them, but other people are, and, that gets a lot of attention. One of the ways that, they could help us and, kind of combat that issue is I suggested that they make basically a specific channel for content creators to put their videos to so that people can go and see videos by official content creators. That'll help us get more visibility and have a chance against, the people that are able to do 5 leak videos a week. You know what I mean? And if you looked around on the Discord, they did it. They took my idea while also kicking me out of the program. Like, dog. And what's crazy is that this channel was actually a channel that was part of our basically our little section of Discord where we could share our work between each other. And after a certain point, I started to realize, when we get there's a very low chance MiHoYo's staff will see that I'm constantly posting videos in Genshin Videos channel because that gets flooded all day, every day. I started posting them in the share your work thing so that I at least was like, okay, they're more likely to see that I'm, consistent with my uploads and everything. If I ever miss a day, it's usually mental health stuff. I'm usually having a real bad day. But if you scroll up, you might start seeing a petty. Oh, look, there's a petty video. All right. Is that another petty video? It is. Oh, another petty video. Another petty video. Really consistent content creators, more consistent than myself, were dropped. Again, we have no information. The mods on the Discord do not have any real information. They're, in more or less the same boat that, we are. There I am again. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm just dying a little bit on the inside. But it's just wild. And I wanted to make this video so that A, you guys were aware that they kind of did us super dirty. B, most of us never got anything from the company in the first place, even though we were promised several things and then led to believe some of those things were going to get repaid. And it's just, yeah, I really don't know what to say more than that. Yeah, I've talked to several other creators and no one has any real information. I'm fairly certain because I'm putting this video out there. Yeah, probably not going to be allowed back in the program myself. But they're doing a real disservice to the content creators, limiting what they're allowed to make videos on, and then taking months to fail to keep promises that you made, and then drastic changes with no warning or announcement or anything. Just, you guys are really dropping the ball. And I understand that the game came out and it absolutely exploded, and that everyone that helps with the game has probably been completely overwhelmed for the last 2 months. Like, I'm sure this has been absolutely insane for those people. I know how hard the mods on the Discord work, and I love those guys still. Even in this situation, I appreciate them so very much, and I have no ill will towards the mods whatsoever. You guys do an amazing job with a very large amount of volume that you have to deal with. So they're not in any way to blame for all this stuff. These decisions happen at the MiHoYo level, not the, people that volunteer to help run the Discord. So always, be easy on them, be respectful to them. They got a tough job. But yeah, it's just not a great situation. But you know what this means? We can do leak videos now. We can talk about them new characters. How you doing? And we should have been able to do that the entire time, with the preface that, this is unconfirmed stuff. I even recommended that they actually leak some information to content creators so that we have, basically little mini releases. Raid Shadow Legends did that for its content creators. It would leak information to them a couple of days before things would be announced or patch notes would be put out. And you would basically just have some vague details on something that was coming, not the full information. So there's ways that could have been handled, but to basically say that we're not allowed to talk about them at all, or we'll get the boot and never be allowed back, hampers us a lot. And then after 6 months to just in the dead of night kick a lot of us out without saying anything, without keeping a lot of those promises, dog. So, obviously, we're going to keep making Genshin content. I'm just not in the Genshin Content Creator Program anymore. And it kind of hurts the people that are in it. So, if they had followed through and kept all of their promises, then I would be more upset about not being in it anymore. But I'm more just hurt that, without saying anything, they did all this. Which is nuts. And then for any of you that might be like, oh, Patty, well, you're a small channel, it might, dog, I'm sorry, but, small fries, big fish, it happens. They drop people that had 50,000 subs and stuff, and we're consistently making content for the game. I don't know, maybe they're assuming that all these people are still going to be making daily content on the game. So, what do you need them in the program for anyways? Alright, that last one was petty. I don't really stand by that. I'm just hurt. But thank you guys so much for stopping by. Not sure what we're going to do for a video tomorrow. Maybe we're talking about new characters. Maybe there's been a new leak. Or maybe we'll finally get the Diana video out. I don't know. We'll see. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I really appreciate your faces. And you're going to catch your boy on the next one because we're out of here. Deuces.